Hey everybody, this is Eric with QuestionPro. Just wanted to take a minute and show you how great your surveys look on mobile devices and how easy that is to set up with us. So if you think about mobile usage statistics for a minute, the reason this is so critical is 43% of all email opened now is opened on a mobile device. And with smartphone sales growing at approximately 40% per year, really delivering email and having surveys that render on mobile devices in the future is critical for response rates. Okay, so I'm going to start here on QuestionPro.com where I have already set up a survey. So I'm on the Edit Survey tab, and I've created a survey with about 7 or 8 questions, and I'm going to preview that survey now. And so this is how your survey normally looks on the web browser. And you'll notice here I've added a nice big logo to the top. This is about 500 pixels wide, and then a series of questions, a multiple choice question, a text box question, a matrix question here, one of the most common questions used. And interesting thing with the matrix is it's a very wide question when you see it on a web browser. I've then added a star rating question, a side-by-side matrix question here where we actually have 2 different dimensions, importance and satisfaction, and this ends up being a very wide question on a web browser. And then lastly, our drag and drop question type and our slider question type. So now I'm going to flip over and show you how this looks when it's opened on a mobile device. And the important thing to remember here is you setting up this survey in QuestionPro do not need to do anything additional for it to render beautifully on a mobile device. Okay, so I've sent myself the survey and I'm going to open it here on my mobile phone. And there it brings up the survey we're just looking at on the web browser, which the first thing is we've resized that logo so it fits neatly on the mobile screen. And now here are the question types. Pretty easy to interact with touch gestures. We've given you large touch zones to enter data into the multiple choice question. Text box pulls up the keyboard as you'd expect. And then here's the matrix question, which is a lot wider on the web browser. And what we've done is put the dimensions into a drop-down, so we don't have that really wide display and the horizontal scrolling, which makes things very hard to operate on a mobile phone. Here's the star rating question. We've given these nice spaced out areas so it's easy for you to touch and enter the star ratings. And then here's the side-by-side matrix question. We saw this as a really wide question on the web browser, and what we've done is just given both of these dimensions as a drop-down. So quick and easy to interact with, and you don't have to worry about those extra wide questions, either having tiny text or having the horizontal scroll on the mobile phone. Here's the drag and drop question. Even this works really quickly and easily. Just drag to your favorite category. So biking for me is up on top. And you see once you've dragged, you get the ranking there. So you know you've completed the question. And then here's the slider question. And what we've done here is given the data display to the left. So even though your finger is right over that slider, you can dial it into a very granular numeric scale, 65. And that's the slider question. So continue multi-page surveys work just fine on the mobile phone, just as they do on the web browser. And lastly, I put in a contact question here. So you can see we've resized all those text boxes and make it very quick and easy to gather contact information from your mobile phone. So that's it. Wanted to just run you through that. You know, again, this is really critical. Increasingly, people are interacting with surveys and email through their mobile device. So we wanted to make sure this was as easy as possible. There's no additional setup, so you don't have to think about any of this as you're setting up surveys. Just create a survey as you normally would, and we take care of everything else and make sure it renders on the mobile. And I show you this on an iPhone, but it works on any mobile browser, so Android systems, even tablets, Android tablets, iPads, Windows Phone. So really any mobile phone someone's on, we're going to render it perfectly for you. Thanks a lot.